Hello everybody, my name is He-Man.
And I'm Drew, aka Sexy Daddy.
And this is the BadFellas podcast. We're uploading this on YouTube, and possibly SoundCloud, Podbean, and maybe Libsyn and Spotify. We're still all getting this all worked out. But, you know, this is on YouTube. And if you made it to Libsyn, it obviously worked out.
Heck yeah.
So we're gonna hop right into this. So last Friday, which was the first, we went to a Smash tournament in Evansville. They do like a Friday thing every...
Friday Night Fights.
Friday Night Fights, yes. They do it every single Friday. So we went over there and wanted to play with them and stuff, and we got all slaughtered. It was a car full of Drew, myself, and our friends Timothy and Joe.
Yeah, we basically drove an hour to get our butts kicked.
It was brutal. And the first round, I ended up facing it against Isabel and a Lucas. And I don't play against enough people that use projectiles other than Lee. And so I just got wrecked. And then the next round, I went up against a guy that was playing King TDD. His name was he called himself Mike Honcho.
No way, a King DDD?
He played King TDD one round, I crushed him. And then he played Korn, and I crushed him then.
No way.
And then the next round, I faced this guy. He went by the name of I think it was like Blaze or something. I'll have to check. I'll check here in a sec. He played a Cineroar, and he crushed me. I don't know how really. Like he was explaining how the revenge works, because I didn't really know too much.
Oh, like where you counter like a strong move and his next attack is super powerful?
Yeah.
Was he doing that?
Yeah, he was abusing that. Hardcore.
Dude, that's crazy.
Drew found my phone.
What was it like fighting a good Isabel? I've never even
the guy, his name was, he called himself Papa Peace. And like, dude, he was like, I couldn't do anything. He was like kiting me around the whole entire time, and I could never really hit him. It was sad. And he did the same thing with Lucas. He's like, I was testing my Isabel, but trying to pull up my real main. It's just like,
whoa.
So he's like,
scary.
He's just like, wrecked me. Oh, and the Incineroar dude called himself a Norse. So if you guys go to Evansville and play there anytime soon, you guys know who those guys are. And Drew, who did you face?
Well, I didn't write their names down, but I remember what character they played. So it's like the opposite of last week. And the first person I fought, which made me the saltiest, was I fought against a piranha plant. And he like destroyed me, dude. It was so nasty.
I saw you playing it partially. I saw the Piranha Plant as I walked by. Like, I was just like, oh, he's playing against Piranha Plant.
I thought I had it in the bag because, like, who has gotten that good with Piranha Plant to beat my DDD? But this guy was crazy. He knows the game really well. And he just, like, destroyed me.
He had good fundamentals.
It was at least 2-1, but holy crap. I was so salty after that. I was like, how the heck did I get beat by a character that's been out for 3 days?
So you won your next match. Who did you face there?
I fought a Robin player, and I was really excited because it was on the monitor that they record off of. But I think they only record like top 8 or something, because I didn't see it on their Twitch. But the fight with him was really fun. There's a lot less like of me struggling when I was fighting Piranha Plant, and I actually got a funny kill where Robin charged up her whole neutral B, and it's like shot it out at full blast, and I sucked it up and I shot it back at them. It felt so good. And I think I broke their shield too at one point. I was like, yes.
And then you lost to a Belmont, and then he's like, oh, you want to see such something out? Then he transformed into Fox, and I watched that game, and he came at you like 1,000 miles an hour.
That was some high level play right there. So like the Belmonts, like DDD sucks against anything that has projectiles. So I was constantly like trying to get into him. Then when I get into him, he throws his whip out. But I did beat him at least once, so it was 2-1. And he was like, I'm not losing. And he pulls out his Fox and just destroys me. And this was in loser's bracket, so I have no idea what's going on. Like, I don't know how that guy ever lost. He was crazy good.
Yeah, he probably was just trying out some other characters, and he just like he doesn't care about going in the losers bracket. But when it came to being knocked out, that's a different story.
Mm-hmm.
But the biggest news we had is we got to host our own Smash tournament. It didn't get canceled this time because of cold weather, and we were pumped. We finally actually got to happen. We did it this last Saturday, February 2nd, and it worked out great. We had 35 people show up.
Whoop whoop.
Like my most I thought we can get was probably about 32, and Blue was saying I thought we were gonna get 10. Just like I'm like he said it was a joke. He thought more realistically 20, but we still got a lot of people.
The turnout was awesome.
Turnout was awesome, and there was like a bunch of middle school kids and stuff, and they were playing pretty good. There was some that still needs to work at the game. They obviously still love the game, which is great because we need people that are passionate about the game. So, but I distracted myself
with your hands.
Yes, I remember you saying that last time, and then I heard it blatantly in the audio.
Well, start from the beginning. Like
no.
go from like when you're setting up.
Okay, so I got there right at 10 a.m. to set up, and Drew came to the door, and we started moving everything around to situate everything properly, and there's already a kid there. He got there like right at 10 and was waiting the whole entire time. So he just sat there and we talked to him for a while he's setting up. And he was telling me about his name and stuff. He's like, all right, so what do you want to be called? He's like, Phoenix. Is that what your username is? Okay. It's like, no, Firebird's my username. Oh, Phoenix is your name?
How cool of a name is that?
That's an awesome name for real. And eventually people started piling the door. We started writing everyone's names down. And, like, we got overwhelmed at some point.
Mm-hmm.
Like, plenty of times we got overwhelmed. And we were commentating. I was commentating with my friend Blue. And we were constantly having to tell people where to go. Like, go here, go there, go there. Because I didn't really think too much about having a scorekeeper while commentating. That was a nightmare. Mm-hmm. But I've been thinking about it and mapping things out better, and I analyzed pretty much all the problems we had throughout the tournament, and I was thinking what we can do to fix them, and I've been running it by people, and a lot of people are trying to help out more with this one. I legitimately set up the last one by myself. I wish I had more help than I did, but like I'm glad you guys helped out in the tournament, though. That was great. But
yeah, and for someone that was literally doing everything for the first time, you did a great job.
Thank you. But this next time, I'm glad you're helping. You're doing the posters, and you're trying to set up with the, trying to post this in places, this audio, this podcast. And Lindsay's helping out with the Discord now. And we're talking about possibly making a webpage at some point. I don't know about domain names yet, but we're going for Wix maybe. We might try to use some of that.
Why don't you think about domains? What's wrong with the domain?
It's too expensive. Domain names are expensive, guys.
Yes, they
if
are.
you pick words out of a dictionary and they're too closer together, it is absurd. If you choose a one-word name out of the dictionary, it's like 6 figures. If you choose a 2-word name out of a dictionary, it's about 4 to 5. Ours is about 2,400, 500, which I don't have that on me. So eventually, maybe we can secure that. I sure hope none of you buy it.
Oh, yeah, that'd be crazy.
Yeah. Okay, but more problems we had. Just really the biggest problem was sound. Like, we needed a booth for the commentating, like that separate area to commentate, but we had to do it in the same room, which really sucked with having that many people. Which we already kind of discussed what we're gonna do next time for that. And
but it did sound awesome when someone did like a sick kill and you can hear everyone going like, oh,
oh, like I love that moment whenever Brandon did the down B with the Bowser over top of your King Dedede and you had your shield up and it broke and you fell to your death. Like,
I hated that.
Blue's over here like, you don't see that every day. Just like, but as far as performance go, I'll start with me. I remember my match is pretty good. My first match, I played against Pank, which that is Jeremy's cousin, Blizza, and he played King K. Rool. Now, going into it, I played against a decent amount of King K. Rools. I pretty much know most of their patterns and what they're trying to do. And I didn't really struggle too much with him. I played against Pink before, and I think I did it pretty good. Um, we both had things to work on. I was missing stuff, and I wasn't utilizing grab as much and shielding as much as I should, which I always struggle with that. But I've been trying to work more online and trying to hit those more and more. And then the next game I played against this kid that went by Blue Diamond Shark. He played Ganondorf. The first game, I managed to beat him pretty heavily with 2 stocks left. And the next game, he turned around and like, I had like 1 stock left. He had 1 stock left. And it was close. And then the next game, literally, were super high percents. Stupid high percents. And like any move can kill. Any move we do would kill. Oh, and his kick landed right before mine would. Just like.
Did you save it?
Yeah. Let's post it on the YouTube channel.
Oh yeah, I forgot you played it off of that one.
Yeah,
that's so cool.
And the thing was, this it caught me during the second game. I was at 20%, and he hit me with his smash on the edge, and I died. Just like. That's Wolf. I'm like, oh man, I'm supposed to be heavy. Just like.
Jeez.
It's crazy. In my final game, I played against a Cloud, which I thought I would do good against, because I've played a decent amount of Clouds, and especially in the competitive. And I don't know, I think after that match, I had such a high. Like, if you watch the footage, I got him, I was like, like, dude, that's awesome. Like, afterwards, I like kind of zoned down. Like, I don't know what it was. I think it's because I had just like not enough sleep. I should have slept more the night before. I had like 3 hours of sleep when we were trying to do this tournament, and I had like 5 hours of sleep the last night. And then coming here, and then after all that zerts of energy, my heart racing, and then it dropping so fast, I think that really messed me up. Jeez. And I was just like, I wasn't responding as fast. And I tell you what, I really noticed it yesterday when I was playing online. I was making the worst mistakes ever I would never make. Like, SDing. Like, I've gotten pretty good at not SDing a Wolf, and I was SDing, and I was doing blatantly wrong moves when I know I never would make that move. I was like, man, I gotta get off.
Jeez.
I was like,
aww.
But, yeah, it's because I just sometimes don't get enough sleep. Sleep is important, guys. Sleep and making sure you have the energy to keep going.
Yeah, man, that's crazy.
For real.
You must have been, like, when you actually went to sleep that night, you must have, like, passed out.
Alright. Yeah. Yeah. I did. I stayed up a bit, uploading everything, and then tried to sleep. But I had to get up at, like, 5 in the morning, so still didn't get much sleep. I slept a good chunk, though, and I feel pretty fine now. But let's talk about how your games went, because you sort of won the whole thing.
Hey, spoilers!
Spoilers.
So my first match was with Chris Crash. I wrote these down. He played Little Mac, and like I love Chris, but there's a lot of fundamentals about Smash he doesn't know. And I kind of just bodied him. And that was a fun match because it wasn't a lot of pressure and he was my friend, so I kind of just like threw him around and tried to style on him. And yeah, so after that it was a good like maybe hour before my next match. And I fought Brandon, who mained Pikachu and Bowser. And his Pikachu was so tough. Like, it was so hard to get around it because he spammed the neutral B a lot. And it's kind of hard. Any projectile like that gets DDD really good. But then he switched to Bowser. And I'm pretty sure I sucked and cucked him. And then that's what won me that game. But man, he was crazy good as Pikachu. Then on a different setup, I fought a Ganon. I think it was maybe Blue Diamond, I'm not sure. But
it's Blue Diamond.
I bodied him too, just cause King DDD is just really good against those like really up close characters. But man, he was like really young and he was really good at the game. Then I fought my most heated rival, Big Sexy. So it was a battle of the sexies. Sexy Daddy, me, and then Big Sexy. I think he played King K. Rool for the first match. And it was pretty back and forth. Like, it could have been anyone's game. And I somehow got at the end. Because I think I did the up B on stage thing, which gets people all the time. And then he switched to Bowser, and he accidentally SDs, and that's how I win. And I was like, oh, that's so lame.
I think I had a person ST on me too one time. I think Pank SD'd on me.
No way.
Yeah, I think that's what made it slightly easier. So your next game was...
It was...
Xenoshin.
Yeah, he was crazy. He's like in middle school, and he's just busting out this Incineroar going crazy on everyone.
Dude, this kid beat Blizza, and it beat Tyler. Speaking of which, Tyler killed it. Like, he did so good. He played more games than anybody. He played 9 games.
9 games, dude.
Like, 9 match sets, which you played 6, but you went straight for the winner's bracket. And Xenosinks, or how his name's pronounced, I think Xenosinks is the way he likes it. He played 7 himself, and that kid did some good work. Like, he took out some tough people.
Yeah, like the best people in our community.
Yeah. And I thought it was crazy. We actually able to get Tyler to come, and I'm glad he did so well. Like, I'm glad he took out so many people. Tyler beat Lee, and he beat Jeremy.
Dude,
like,
Tyler doesn't even have a Switch.
Yeah, he doesn't even have a Switch.
Dude,
just
if he had a Switch, he would be godlike.
Yeah, he just played Smash 4, and he played a lot over a few... I don't know if he plays a lot with Timothy. I don't think they play that much, but he plays every once in a while with Timothy.
Mm-hmm.
But still, he was doing really good.
Oh my god, he's crazy. He's gonna get a Switch soon with his tax return, so...
Yeah, that's what he told me, so I'm like, yeah. He's gonna win the next one, you better watch it.
No.
And then the final game you played was against Xenoshin again.
Yeah, and the first match was his Incineroar again, which is pretty easy to gimp just because his recovery stinks. But I mean, it was still really close. And then after the match after that, he chooses Jigglypuff, and in my head, I was thinking like, dude, one of my best friends plays Jigglypuff. I got this in the bag, and like, that felt so good that he picked Jigglypuff. Just because I just know that matchup so well. And he did really good. He was throwing out a lot of forward airs, but they're kind of easy to punish too. But, man, I'm pretty sure I just got him with like a random forward smash.
I think you did. But I thought what was crazy was you didn't drop a game. You just went 2-0 the whole entire time.
That's what I'm most proud of.
What was in your mindset before you went in? Like, what'd you think before you started playing?
Like, before I started playing Grand Finals?
No, before you started playing at all that day. Like, what was in your head? Like, what got you, like, just go 2-0 every single match? What was in your mindset?
I think just no one knows, like, DDD very well, and I can just do a lot of dumb stuff. Like, the up B on stage is, like, so good with killing, and, like, you don't really expect it, because you usually just assume he's gonna grab the ledge, but, like, you can just make it where he'll just fly up on the stage super fast.
Yeah. I've seen you pull that off a couple times. Like, 5 of your 6 matches is on the videos, if you guys wanted to see it.
Yeah, I can't really do that up B thing on, like, friends anymore, because, they all know it's coming, but, like, randos gets them every time. And I think I knew, like, this tournament would be a lot, like, more chill than the Evansville ones, because those ones are intense. But this one was pretty chill, and there's lots of, like, newer people to the game, and I didn't feel as much, like, pressure, and I felt, like, a lot more relaxed, and I think that helped out a lot.
So you're telling everyone needs to step up? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, step it up, guys, come on.
Everyone start hitting that training room, testing out your infinite combos, and, see how well you can just combo someone to oblivion.
Mm-hmm.
Go watch some Zero to Deaths. Learn those combos.
Everyone just plays Pichu.
Pichu. There's so many characters that can Zero to Death. It's just insane. Luigi. Did they nerf Luigi's Zero to Death? I don't think they actually did.
I don't know.
Like, I don't know if they fully nerfed it. I don't think they actually did. I think you still do it.
I hope not.
But how many people have you actually seen pull that off successfully?
The Luigi Zero to Death?
Yeah.
I've only ever seen it in, like, YouTube videos. I've never seen it in person.
Yeah, for real. Like, I hadn't actually seen it in person either.
I really don't see that many Luigis.
Yeah,
especially compared to Smash 4. That guy was everywhere.
Like, there was decent amount of Kirby's. I was surprised
No
how many
way.
Kirby's there was. There was Emerald playing Kirby, there was ZB7 playing Kirby, and Blizzard pulled out a Kirby one game.
Dude, I'm so excited that Blizzard's doing Kirby. Like, he's gonna do some great work with that guy.
Yeah, for real. Like, no joke, he actually beat me like 30 times in like one night with... This is when I was trying to pick up the
Oh
game
my
more
gosh.
with the wolf, and he just beat my wolf like 30 times in a row. It was disgusting.
That is disgusting.
And I was so close to beating him so many times, but I would just like SD or something. But I feel like if I faced him now, I probably can get him.
Oh, for sure.
Like,
You've gotten so much better.
I gotta keep trading though. Can't stop trading. Must be the very best there ever was. I need to get on the level of that wolf player that we were watching. Like, he is absurdly
What's his
good.
name? Do you remember?
It was why did I forget? If we didn't bring him up just now, I would have knew. His name is Zachary. He
So
plays
sick.
fifth in Genesis 6, and he did an absurd
He's
job.
like 5.
He's 14 years old, 14 to 16 years old, and he was just murdering everyone.
Especially
He
his
murdered
wolf.
Light. Like, he's like the best fox in the world, and he just 3-0'd him.
Well, that's
And he had like double
stuff.
stocks still, like in most of the games, like 2 stocks left.
Jeez.
Like, it was brutal. And dude, he did a double jump off stage while he turned, and then he did a double jump off the stage, and then a back air, and knocked somebody out the blast zone. And then he just landed back on stage. It was absurd. Like,
Awesome. That is so cool.
but I was surprised how many people we had, and I was surprised at how well a lot of them played. I thought there would be a decent amount of people that didn't know was like too much that we would get, and I would expect only our real guys the guys we knew would win. But, Lee got knocked out before the top 8, which I was shocked. I think he just had a lot of pressure, and he plays better I feel like he plays better if people don't know him.
He needs
Like,
to,
not people don't know him. I guess it is. Like, half the people there knew Lee because of the previous tournament, and we all are kind of like grouped together, so we all kind of know Lee.
He needs to
But-
come in like a different costume every tournament.
Yeah.
Like be in a giant chicken suit.
Yeah, no one will know. I think the pressure just got to him.
For sure.
As for me, I think I just wasn't rested enough, and my reaction times were just kind of slightly delayed. And I feel like I wasn't warm enough. Like, having just hop off the commentator stand, not actually playing
Oh, yeah.
beforehand. Like, I think that might have something to do with it.
I
But
definitely need warm-up matches.
I need warm-up matches too. It takes me a couple matches to get going. Like, it really took a while for my combos to start coming off, like, against people when I started playing, because we just didn't play horribly at all. We didn't get all those warm-up games in that we got before, like, when we went to the Evansville tournaments. Are we planning on going this week to the Evansville tournaments? I haven't heard anything if we are or not.
Oh yeah, I'm going for sure.
Okay, then I'll definitely have to go with you. So,
Heck yeah. We gotta go early too, so we can, not just eat, but like get some practice in too.
yeah, for real. We'll talk more about that outside the podcast, but
Heck yeah.
yeah, but
Private conversations.
private conversations, indeed. I just can't believe that just all the middle schoolers, how well some of them performed.
Oh, dude, it's crazy.
Like, for Emerald, he beat Lee, and Lee was one of the favorites coming in. Pretty much my list for the people I thought was going to place top 8 was like Tyler, Blizza, you, Drew, because I thought you're pretty good at the game, Brandon, and let's see, who else we got in this? Jordan wasn't able to make it, unfortunately, so he plays a really good Peach, I believe. I hadn't played too much against his Peach.
Cool.
Who else do we really think was going to be up there? If Brad Todd got to play, now that'd be a different story. That man can play.
Scary.
But yeah, like the rest of the slots I really didn't know. Those are the ones I'm like, yes, they're going to be in there. And the way some of these matches went, which is crazy. Like, there's so many surprises I had, and I'm just kind of like lost for words. Like, I would just say, if you haven't seen it, go back and watch it, and just watch all the cool fights. If I know it's like lots and lots of footage, like 4 hours or something. If you don't want to watch the whole thing, skip through the matches that you think would be good. Like, the matches I thoroughly enjoyed was, like, the ones with Tyler. Tyler was doing a really good job.
The one with Tyler and Blizza was, like, beautiful.
Dude, both of them.
It was amazing.
Dude, it's like, they need to be matched up against each other in the next one. Just so we can see a part 3.
Yeah, have them match up in the beginning so I don't have to fight them.
No. I'm going to shuffle it 10 times like I did this time, and we're going to see what we hit. That's why you faced Chris first round and crushed him.
What if I gave you, like, $10?
No.
Is that in the Genesis
That's bribery.
rules?
We're adding that to the rules. That's bribery. Genesis does things differently. They have everything seated. So if depending on where you were at already in the tournament scenes, that's where your seats would be.
Mm-hmm.
After also doing pools too. So there was like a mix of things they did to get to where they were. So generally, what else do you think we should mention of things we fixed or things we should work on as players? Like, do you still have problems you see yourself doing, like bad habits you really need to work on?
I feel like I keep going for the gimmicks of DDD, and I definitely need to keep working on like neutral air and then fast fall. Like DDD's fast fall is the fastest in the game, and it's just like I really need to use that a lot more. Also, I definitely want to get better with another character because DDD is like my only guy, and I really want to get good with Peach, because like I really want to get better with a faster character. I love DDD, but there's sometimes like when I fight my friend that's Jigglypuff, she'll just combo the heck out of me, and all I could do is like DI and try to get away. It can get pretty nasty. What about you, Wesley?
Grabs
Mm-hmm.
and shields. Those are the biggest things for me. Grabs and shields, and work on aerial combos. Like, sometimes I can land aerials pretty good, and then sometimes I'm just terrible at running aerials, and I can't just combo them outright. I really need to work on landing a neutral air, and then doing a fast fall, and then fast fall, and then just do another forward air, neutral air, to try to do those combos, those together, because that is Wolf is really, really good for spacing and just getting a good combos in, and just generally how hard Wolf hits. You can do some crazy stuff with it. And especially his grabs, because a lot of his grabs can chain into combos, and I really need to use that more. Also, his back throw is like a kill throw. Yeah, you can just, if they're like about 120 some percent on the ledge, I can like kill them just about. So I think it's about 120%.
At least you know
I don't
Wolf
go for too much.
Is good. Like, you saw how far he got in Genesis.
Dude, Wolf is sick. Like, when we first started playing this game, I was like, Fox is pretty cool. And I started playing Wolf not too much longer after that. Like, probably after I finished my sentence. And I just love the way Wolf felt. Because I never really liked Wolf and Brawl, and something just stuck with me in Wolf. And I just really want to get good with him.
He's cool looking, too. I love his voice.
I like that not many people play Wolf around here. Because I like having a main that's kind of distinctive. Like, people say, oh, this is the Wolf guy, or like, that's the King to D player. You know, like, I like that people have like characters that's kind of unique to them. There was only one Wario. I think there was only one Pokemon trainer. There might have been two. But
Blizza, I remember him playing Pokemon trainer.
He played Charizard.
He actually SD'd with Ivysaur.
Yeah, he did.
On accident.
Yeah.
Made me sad.
But he has the exact opposite what like most Pokemon trainers does, and I think it's interesting that he loves Charizard so much, and
must be sad for him.
Yeah, like because normally Pokemon trainers, they stick his Squirtle for the starting stages, they rack up the damage, and then they start switching to Ivysaur for some of the more aerial combos that you can lean into getting an early kill using your Vine Whip up B. Or you can do it with just the aerial, the up air. That's a good kill confirm. It just Spore Stun or whatever, shoots him up to the sky, kills him. Generally, That's what you try to go for. Or if you need to get just like this last hit in, you can do a quick swap into, you know, Charizard and just hit him with a back air or something.
Or
like,
you can
back
spam,
air is so strong.
You can spam Flare Blitz.
Flare Blitz. That move rarely works out. Like, it's occasionally you can catch him off guard.
For sure.
But I seen Leffen, like, he needed to work on his Charizard game. Like, his Charizard game was his weakest aspect.
Oh, really?
Like, he can land his back airs and stuff, but when it comes to, like, surprise Flare Blitz, everyone was on point. They knew to do something.
It makes a pretty loud sound.
Yeah, it's like it takes a while for... You gotta do it, like, right on top of them or something, like... Well, it's like a second before they can react. Mm-hmm. It's hard to land those, like, without someone being unobservant of it. Like, it's very obvious it's happening. And you need to watch some Genesis, though. Like, there's a lot of good games in there. And I don't like how many sword users there are in the game.
Was there a lot?
There was a decent amount
of sword users. I know
users.
Ike got really far.
That he won it. MK Leo won
it. Oh, he did?
Yeah. Like,
he got really far.
Yeah, he got pretty far in it, I would say. Hungrybox won the Melee event.
Nice.
Yeah.
Did
Jigglypuff as always.
Afterwards?
He didn't go to Ultimate. Armada did, but Armada didn't place that far in it. Like, he got eliminated. I think he made the top 64, but he didn't get all the way. Leffen ended up placing 17th, tied with Gluttony, which he was a Wario main. He won the first tournament that was going on, like Valhalla 2. He won that one. And Tweak got eliminated early. He was the guy that everyone was expecting to win the whole tournament. Mm-hmm. Like, he was like, oh, he's going to crush everybody because he just won Glitch 6. And he got eliminated pretty early.
Isn't that crazy?
I forgot who he was eliminated against, but it was, yeah, I was like, it was pretty early. Like, everyone was like, oh, man.
Yeah, he didn't get too far.
There was a lot of good games. Void as a Pichu made it to the finals.
I saw
and
that.
He played occasional game as Wolf here and there. I didn't like his Wolf nowhere near as much as I liked the way Zachary played his Wolf. Mm-hmm. Like, he was so tactile. Like, he would wait just standing there menacingly. That's what the commentators always say. It's just standing there menacingly. Just like they're just standing there and just like doing nothing. Just and then as soon as the person like goes to do something, he's like just reacts and instantly kills them or something. Like
so
like
cool.
When you saw that Ledge Guard did it, right? As soon as the guy tried to go over top of him, it was like boom.
Yeah.
Did the up tilt and it just killed. Like he just. If you didn't notice, he did a microscopic step to move closer just to get the perfect kick. Like,
jeez, that kid is scary.
Yeah, he's like, he knows this stuff. And he does the 1 second, like, swipes on the ledge if someone tries to go for it. I didn't show you that.
Oh, the 2-frame stuff?
Yeah, the 2-frames. He's like,
oh
he's really good at hitting
That's
those.
awful.
And you saw him go off ledge. Like, he would go crazy. I wish more King DDs actually played, like, competitively.
Dude,
like,
I would love to see some more.
Like, I see wolves. I saw a decent amount of wolves. But I didn't see any King DD. I saw Little Mac, though. I don't know.
Dude, I mean, if you know Little Mac on stage, you're good. Like,
yeah, if you...
He's got, like, a 1-frame jab that, like, combos forever.
Yeah, like, that character. That recovery is so terrible.
Oh, man.
Chris needs to go watch that Little Mac game, just so he can see... And maybe have some inspiration with his Little Mac.
Better. I'd love to fight his, like, super powerful Little Mac. That, like, super armors through all my moves.
Yeah.
That'd be so sick.
But, right now we're trying to secure a date. We don't need to talk about Genesis that much more. You didn't watch too much of it. And I only watched certain games because I was really just interested in those matchups. Mm-hmm. And Olimar, for some reason, got a lot of play. And...
That was cool. I did see a bit of like the finals with Olimar. That was pretty dope.
Yes.
Man, it's crazy that he's like top tier now.
Yeah, definitely. It's really weird that he is top tier. And I think it's crazy that I don't know if it sound some racist. It's not really too racist. But mostly Olimar's been kind of a pick the Japanese would pick. Mm-hmm. That's kind of like their characters. Mm-hmm. And we never really seen Americans like pick up Olimar or like pick up these weird characters. It's off the wall. Most of the time it's, you know, a foreign player that picked this character up. Well, Esam ended up picking it up, ended up playing it. I think his name was Esam. I'm not 1,000% sure. I don't want to give you misinformation. D-Bus, the bus. He ended up playing him, and he did a really good job with it. He managed to beat Zachary's Wolf, which was insane. And if you don't know who Zachary is, do yourself a treasure right there. Do yourself some pleasure and go watch those Genesis 6 matches. That guy was insane.
Dude, he's gonna like grow up to be like the Smash God.
Dude, he's gonna be the Smash God of this game if he continues going at the rate he is. Like, he's just gonna get so good.
I love players like that, just that come out of nowhere and just body everyone.
He was winning some Japanese tournaments, and he came down here and just like started wrecking us like Americans.
Jeez.
But yeah, good tournaments, good stuff to watch. So many tournaments happened this weekend. 3 different tournaments, 2 that we attended, which are just locals. That one we hosted, and then 1 major tournament. But speaking of tournaments, we're trying to secure a date currently for a tournament. I'm trying to get in contact. It's most likely we're going to be at the library once again to do it there. And we'll see about going to other places in the future. I'm going to try to contact some other businesses in the future, see about sponsorships or letting us use their building for something, something of that jazz, because
that'd be cool.
It'd be kind of cool to go different places and see what kind of cool things we can get. Maybe we can do some prize pools, or
maybe we'll pick up some new interesting players.
Maybe someone will sponsor us and give us like money to use for grants for like gear or something. You never know. Like, it's always be good to upgrade what we have and just have better things.
Buy like 1,000 more monitors.
1,000 more monitors, exactly. We had the switches. We just need the more monitors.
Yeah, there's this huge monitor we had that looked so beautiful. And it was locked at 30 frames per second, right? Because they couldn't find the remote.
Yes, so it just sat there and did nothing.
I was so sad about that because it was ginormous.
Well, is there anything you would like to add?
I'd just like to say, Wesley, you're doing a good job hosting these bad boys, and it's just going to keep getting better and better. And our tournaments will be like so legit. We'll start BadFellas will be the new Genesis 6.
Yes, that's the mentality. That's what we want to go for. We will be the next Genesis 6. It's going to take some time. It's going to take some love. It's going to take people all coming together and working as one to get this done. This next tournament, we're going to run so efficiently, it's going to look like we're the professionals doing it. It's going to look like we're top tier competitive. Like, it's going to look like we're a bunch of, like Lucinas and just...
People are going to be scared of DDD, I'll tell you that much.
Dude, people are going to be terrified of you. I wonder if any of them will study DDD just in prep of fighting you.
Dude, I'm going to start growing a beak.
I wish I fought you, because I want to eventually, like face you for real, like head to head, like go and like on a lance and go to battle. Let's do it after this.
Yeah, for sure. It'll be better than when we did it at FanCon, and I knocked you out of the whole tournament.
Oh yeah, FanCon.
That was sad. And then it did the same thing to our friend Joe.
Oh man, that's Smash 4. I only played that game for a week when we did that.
Yeah.
But if you're not a part of our Discord, go check our Discord out. It'll be a link in the description. If for some reason you're not part of our Facebook and you just found this randomly on YouTube and you listen to this whole thing, I don't know why you would if you don't have any idea
what it's
great content. Great content, yes. Great content. Clapping into this microphone.
Woo!
Woo! Terrible idea. But you can check out our Facebook page, BadFellas, and we're soon going to have all of our stuff on every single podcasting site, just about. We're going to try. We got like 4 or 5 different ones we're going to try to go for here.
Yeah,
and we're going to have it on YouTube.
Weekly.
But we'll have all the links to all that stuff in the future. We'll try to get some of these uploaded on there. You'll see if we did it or not. You'll see.
You'll know. You'll be the first to know.
You'll know. But check us out there. Please give support, and like to see you all.
Follow me on Twitter at the Flying Tacos with a Z at the end.
Oh, dropping that plug.
Yeah.
Might as well. I mean,
yeah, you too.
Oh well, far as my plugs go, you just find me through BadFellas. There you go. Like, all my stuff's linked together.
Heck yeah.
It's like a Skynet kind of thing. But, you all have a nice day. I'm He-Man.
I'm Drew Arnett, the sexy daddy.
And it's been nice talking to this microphone.
About Smash Brothers.
Smash Bros. Always a good time. You all have a nice day. And peace out. Once I click this button. There.